Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is on the left, and Ana de Armas is on the right. And are they a good match? I think there's about almost 15 years separating these two. So let's take a look. He's got Sun in Cancer. She has Sun in an exact 30 degrees 30 degrees separation in Taurus. But her sun is with Jupiter within 2 degrees, and his Jupiter is retrograde in almost an exact trine in water. So we have Jupiter Sun contacts by aspect in both charts. And I think that can give them, on the surface, in the beginning especially, can give them compatibility because there's similarity there. You could say there's similarity in being this larger-than-life figure, for sure. His moon is in Cancer, and her moon is in Libra. And that is almost an exact square. Water and air, Libra and Cancer. This would be, on the surface, we could say that this is an incompatible match by moon sign. And even her moon being in Libra and his sun in Cancer, that's also a square. But his moon and her sun would be in a close sextile. So that would be more of a match there, that Cancer Taurus. His Mars, let's take a look at the Mars and Venus. His Mars is in Taurus, and her Mars is in Aquarius. There's also making a square between the Mars in the chart and the Venus. Her Venus is in Gemini, and his Venus is in Leo. That would be making a sextile, so some compatibility there. The Mars, his Mars in Taurus, her Venus in Gemini, no compatibility there. We see by being the next sign over, and her Mars in Aquarius and his Venus in Leo opposition. There would be a lot of compatibility there. You know, just her having that Mars in Aquarius, just the drive to be different. You know, this for her, I think, is more outside of the box, going after dating an older man. So we can see that in her chart here. And even then with that Mars Moon trine in Libra, we can see there's a grand trine in air. That really makes sense. She also has a Uranus trine the sun there as well. So this idea of being different in relationships. We don't have the birth time, so we can't see that. But we can look at his 7th house here and see that he has Sagittarius on the 7th, and that's ruled by Jupiter. So we could say he's into Jupiter types, which she would be a Jupiter type with that Jupiter Sun conjunction, Jupiter Sun Mercury, really. And Jupiter makes some aspects here with Neptune, Mars, and Pluto. And his Jupiter is in the 11th in Pisces, and it's retrograde. So we could say this person could be, different, someone who thinks differently with that being in the 11th, that Jupiter being in the 11th house with it being retrograde. He even has Uranus in a trine to the 7th house by sign. And he has Uranus conjunct his Venus. So this idea of different types, of being open to different types of relationship, especially bringing attention to the self and making themselves stand out with it there in Leo. And I didn't really notice this, but she also has a loose Uranus-Venus opposition within 8 degrees. So she would also be available to different types of relationships. So overall, would I say this is a compatible match? I think it can be for the most part because of this this idea of being different, I don't think it's a long-term relationship. Don't think it's a relationship that's gonna last, primarily because of the things that I mentioned in the beginning. It's just got a lot of novelty here with the idea of being different and something different. And something else to mention, as an astrologer, I do like relationships that aren't of the same year, where people are separated by years. It doesn't really matter how many years, but as an astrologer, I like that because it breaks up a lot of the sameness when you're dating someone who is of the same year or within the same year. So, for example, in this chart, we see he has well, this might not be that good, but he has Saturn in Aquarius, and she has Mars in Aquarius, and that might not be the greatest conjunction there. But just this idea of having Saturn in Aquarius, and then her Saturn is in Capricorn, so it's in a different sign. When you're dating someone within the same years, your Saturn sign is going to be the same, and yeah, and then as well, the Jupiter is going to be different as well. So I think that just adds some flavor to life. It allows the person to learn more about other people, about life a little bit more, and can make life a little bit more exciting. And the possibilities of the relationship, I think, are more dynamic and more diverse. So hope you enjoy that, and have a great day.